Rico that Floyd Mayweather loves Puerto Rico. And don't be late for your whooping. Don't be late for your funeral come May 5th. You smell like an egg. You farted.
No, I didn't.
Hold the
At least we got manners to bring.
Hold the up. I just thought about something.
What?
Okay, we talking about Easter, right?
Yeah.
So, I don't understand Easter because rabbits don't lay eggs. You ain't never thought about that, did you?
You know?
No, damn, rabbits don't lay eggs.
I don't know.
If ventures into rational discourse are relatively rare on rides like this, other desires invariably take precedence.
Got to get us some more El Polo Loco. I don't give what nobody say. We got to find El Polo Loco. What I'm doing, dog. Let me order this because you...
Hi, welcome for the Loco. Would you like to try one of our new burritos?
No, thank you, sir.
Okay, what can I get for you today?
I need the wing lovers, please. A 2-piece. I need number 1 also, sir, please. Cold wings. Gave me some cold wings. I should knock his out.
He finishes off the meal by 10 p.m., but for the famously nocturnal Mayweather, the night is just getting started. Up next, a few impromptu 5-on-5 runs with the money team. The full court calorie burn means there's plenty of room left for another stop before retiring for the evening.
Ooh, that Cane's. We about to that fried chicken and french fries up. Yeah. Dance with your big...
And that's the most I've seen you eat since I met you, I think.
Answer the phone.
Yeah, boy.
When he arrives home well after midnight, there's a friendly pair of hands to greet him, belonging to a woman who prefers the simple moniker of Miss Jackson.
Well, Miss Jackson, we don't really like, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to put a label on Miss Jackson and just say she's my fiance. We just say she's my better half. You know, I believe in a woman standing on her own 2 feet. You know, we just say she's one of the queens of the money team.
Floyd and I's bond is unbreakable. Can't be touched, won't be touched. Floyd has a special side of his life, I have a special side of my life. And we bring our 2 lives together and we just make one hell of a bond.
So I seen my dad at the gym today, and he said, where's my daughter-in-law?
The visit by Floyd Mayweather Sr. to the gym was the first time father and son had seen each other in 8 months.
My dad want that 24/7 exposure. He ain't crazy. But I'm not gonna tell him he can't come to the gym. No, that's my father still. We beef a little bit, but we all right. Right now, it's okay. Next week, we be arguing. Because he be trying to take over the gym.
Across the country in Orlando, Florida, Miguel Coto and his team are an easy group to track in transit, commuting in a custom-built gray Freightliner M2 to morning training sessions at Cypress Grove Park. Trainer Pedro Diaz prefers to travel separately and arrive early, always eager to start the next day of his life's work.
Ya, más al pie, eso, más al pie. Lo es dedo. Lo es dedo. En la vida de cualquier ser humano es la pasión que tú sientas por lo que tú haces. ¡Fuerte! Y entro al gimnasio y tengo que tener dedicación a lo que estoy haciendo, tengo que tener pasión por lo que estoy haciendo. Si voy a hacer una cosa, la hago bien. Y si no, no la hago. La vida no acepta improvisación. O sabe hacer las cosas y la hace bien, o no te metas.
Fighter and trainer first met when Coto was an amateur on the rise in Puerto Rico, and Diaz was at the helm of a Cuban team long dominant in international boxing circles. Then, last fall, when Coto parted ways with Hall of Fame cornerman Emmanuel Stewart, he hired Diaz, who'd been living in Canada after defecting from his home country. And from the outset, it was clear Coto would have to be the one to adjust to his new instructor.
Miguel wasn't accustomed to have some pressure, coming from a trainer's side. He always says to us that he's a friend outside the gym, but he's a hard worker inside the gym, and we have to follow him if you want to train with him.
Yo no pienso que yo sea ni tan verbal ni con tanta presencia. Fuerte, búscate, fuerte, fuerte, bajito, técnico, eso es, fuerte.
He's a pretty loud guy.
Fuerte para arriba. Vamos allá. Viene, sube, sube.
I don't really like that, but I have to work with him. It's his way to work, and I have to be with him in this part.
Hay muchas personas que son reacias a los cambios, pero Miguel siempre se mostró abierto. Y esa unión entre confianza, interés, deseo de ganar, parece que hizo una química más o menos que marcha bien, marcha bien.
Diaz also brings an academic approach to his violent craft, befitting of a man who holds a doctorate and was once a professor of university sport in Cuba. So the workouts and locations vary each day. Boxing drills integrated with conditioning work. Every movement closely recorded and calibrated in the small notebook of Dr. Pedro Diaz.
Al principio decían que eran técnicas inusuales, que eran entrenamientos extraños, entrenamientos de locos, pero puede estar seguro que todo esto tiene un respaldo científico.
It's like a computer, have his program, and he knows what role he want to take to get the victory.
And for Miguel Coto, a fighter who's changed trainers 3 times in the last 3 years, the experience so far with Diaz, first the win over Antonio Margarito, and now another invigorating training camp, have him convinced that this latest association can be a lasting one.
Pedro is a hard worker. He's a guy who no matter what age he has, he's still learning. That create a lot of confidence for him. And I'm pretty sure until the end of my career, I'm not going to move anywhere else.
But in Las Vegas, Floyd Mayweather isn't worrying much about the academic credentials of his opponent's trainer.
Well, I'm glad that Miguel Coto trainer is a doctor. So when I open this up, he can close them up. You talking about this kid being trained by a doctor? I am the doctor. I'm the doctor. I'ma tame him and I'ma operate come May 5th. Watch me operate. And you know me, I'm still going strong. Still look good and young. Feel strong, still got big muscles. You know how it is. Still flamboyant, still talking. Fly whips, big matches.
And like his fighter, Roger Mayweather never pays the other corner much heed.
It doesn't matter who he got. That guy can't fight for him. So, as far as we got the doctor, we got the... That don't mean anything. That don't mean nothing. It's not gonna be science that's gonna whoop him. They gonna think it's science, though. They gonna think it's science. It ain't science.
Roger Mayweather has been training his nephew for the better part of the last 16 years. And while the fighter's relationship with his father, the man who taught him to box, can be capricious, his connection with his uncle could hardly be more placid.
My Uncle Roger is a great person, unbelievable, you know. That's my uncle. I love him. I do anything for him.
I'm not his daddy. I'm daddy. I don't tell him what to do. I ask him what to do. Even if he want to say something to me, he'll say, I want to work on this. I don't trip on it. Why would I trip on it? If you want to work on something, we'll work on it. I want the best for him. That's all to it. Whether him and his daddy get along or not, I still want the best for him. So I think that's why we probably get along.
The boxer has strong bonds with others in the gym as well. like his longtime cutman, 82-year-old Rafael Garcia.
Raphael, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
I want you to, speak his, do what you're supposed to do to him. Do what you're supposed to do to him. This is Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo. Do what you're supposed to do to him. Oh! That's for my Mexican. Tell me Spanish, that's for my Mexican people.
That's for the Mexican people. He loves the Mexican people.
Mayweather loves Mexico. Let me get it. Somebody call him right now. Yeah, what up? I'm at the gym training. Get ready for my fight. I gotta talk to you on this side. Yeah. Oh, I'm not chilling. Now, what's been going on, you all right? Oh, all work is easy work, baby. Yeah. I'll call you right back.
Miguel Coto trains in Orlando, Florida simply for the weather and the proximity to Puerto Rico. But on days off in camp, the wealth of attractions the city offers can be appealing. Today, the fighter and his team have their eyes set on a destination on the south side of town, the Orlando Kart Center track.
Yeah, I have my mask over there and my helmet, so go. So I should be ready to go.
In store this afternoon, a few laps of amateur racing. Every man, woman, and child for themselves.
The most beautiful process of our training camp is living with them, smile with them, getting that moment with them outside the gym, more like a family.
We are ready to beat Miguel.
It's not about the arrow, it's the Indian.
I want to see a clean, safe race, okay? Don't overdrive. Don't go more faster than you can handle the cart, okay?
That's for you, Brian.
Dale, gas. Go.
¿Corriste bien, papi?
I did well. I got in like number 7.
We opened a new category below Melissa's one.
Lo importante es que corrí. Y no es fácil correr eso. Eso da ahí susto, las curvas.
The day is about fun, but it's also one of Coto's last opportunities to spend time with his wife and kids before they head home. They'll be reunited in Las Vegas a few days before the fight.
Voy a estar muy ansiosa de que llegue ya el momento de coger ese avión hacia Las Vegas y pues, estar ahí apoyándolo. Es bien difícil. O sea, saber que se va a trepar en un ring, de que uno nunca sabe qué va a pasar.
For the family of a fighter, uncertainty can be a potent foe. But for Miguel Coto himself, the life he's dedicated to the ring is, in his mind, also devoted to those closest to him.
I bring them an education with my boxing. I bring them a house. With boxing, I bring them everything they can have in life. It's because of boxing, you know. I know that when they can realize that, they're going to be pretty thankful with boxing.
Among the biggest benefits of boxing for Floyd Mayweather has been the ability to procure an impressive collection of material goods. Celebrated assortment on wheels. A life spent riding at the top can be lonely, which is why it's good to keep close to those familiar with the track. Stardom.
Of course, my best friend. Unbelievable, unbelievable. Some music you ever heard. We come from Queensville. Strong, mentally, physically. Very smart individual.
The fighter from Grand Rapids and the rapper from Queens have been close for nearly a decade. Who discovered their
He has quality. Loyalty.
Loyalty means people who you can trust, people that you know they're going to watch your back no matter what.
Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, stand by me.
The most dependable bonds are most fundamentally based on choice. The decision of two to a the resolution of a group to create an alliance that is
should tumble and fall.
If I had to go to war, it's certain soldiers that I got to have with me. 50. That mother. So.
They always bark on 420. There's something about 420. You know what 420 is, right? Today is 420. Now, if you don't know, you're a square. 420, for some reason, got through. I guess that's the time in the afternoon. At 420, you're supposed to smoke pot. So it became a big thing. This is like National Pot Day, okay? And people celebrate all over the world. Although, I must say, the Senate did not celebrate this by smoking joints for two reasons. One, it would be against protocol, and two, it would mean passing something. For some reason, today, 420, is also the day the kids picked for Joseph Kony Day. You're aware of Joseph Kony, the despicable African warlord doing unspeakable crimes there. And this is the day that supposedly politically aware teenagers are blanketing cities with anti-Kony posters. Also the day where non-politically aware teenagers are going, oh, look, Tracy Morgan has a new movie. Don't start with that fucking politically correct booing, or I will come. I've come into the audience before, you know. At 420, I'm high enough to do it. Okay. Now, the other guy who had a good day today, George Zimmerman, down in Florida, he got bail. Mr. George Zimmerman, he promised the judge.
Against bigger and stronger. Corrales has to do some damage in the early rounds if he hopes to be able to get to Mayweather in the later rounds. Mayweather has to try to discourage his relentless aggression in these early rounds.
So, George, what do you think? One fighter gains a half dozen pounds since weighing in, and the other one gained 16 pounds. Advantage to the much bigger Corrales, or advantage to the smaller, quicker Mayweather?
If you got an advantage in the ring, anyone and all are good for you. If you're bigger, that's your advantage. Make sure you take advantage and use your advantages. The smaller fella, he's smaller, he better stay small. Move your whole body out of the way. Don't just move your head. Don't move your waist. Move everything. Don't leave anything there for this champion to hit on.
Corrales said to us, one thing I know for sure, I'll be giving the first 3 rounds away. He assumes that he'll lose the first 3 rounds, but he said during that period of time, I want to be banging on his arms. I want to be hitting him on the top of the head. I want to hit him on the shoulder. I want to crack him on the elbow. I want to do everything I can to wear him down for the late going.
I think if you better try to hit that big body in the head as a bigger target, if you can't hit those, you'll not be able to hit his hand, his arms.
Corrales adjusting his trunks, and Mayweather took advantage to attack. Corrales looking at Mayweather as if to say, can't you see I'm adjusting my trunks?
Corrales is bending down. He's looking down, and it's up to Mayweather to make sure that he throws his shot looping to catch him up like that. There you go. That's one. This is the time when you loop.
Corrales said, my job is to keep my body low and my hands high. That way I can try to limit the target for Floyd. He said, but I don't delude myself to think that Floyd won't score. He's too quick. He's going to hit me a lot.
Mayweather's very smart. He jabs right in the pit of Corrales' stomach. Corrales shouldn't allow him to be hit in the body this early.
Corrales deflecting Floyd Mayweather's left jab attempt with his gloves. Mayweather resorting to hooks and right hand leads. There's the jab again to the pit of the stomach, as George pointed out.
It's like a syringe. If you're not careful, if the fight goes on, somebody's sucking every juice from your body, especially punchers. And if he moves that jab up to the chest, it's even better.
They sparred several years ago as amateurs. On one occasion, Mayweather said, oh, that was easy work. It was like a cakewalk in the park. Corrales said, how could he possibly remember that? I don't care about what I did in sparring yesterday, much less several years ago.
That's the one thing punchers have to be very careful of. Don't become overconfident that you don't have to box some yourself.
Body shots from Corrales, and a right hand upstairs lands.
You got that much weight of Corrales has, he is probably 100% stronger than Mayweather. You got to use your strength, though. You can't use it just standing in front of the guy.
There were moments for both fighters in round 1.
Don't get on the rope. Don't get on the rope, because you don't need to be on the rope. All you need to do is keep it in the middle. Yeah, you win. Keep the jab working. He got to keep coming anyway. All right, take your time. Let you go run into something.
Don't worry. I got everything.
Close your eyes, Floyd. Deep breath. Stretch your nose.
When he's looping with the right hand, your left hook, okay? Working behind your jab, baby. Working behind you. Keep that pressure on him. Okay. What? He coming to you. Okay. He got a nick already. He got a nick already, but you got to keep working. You got to keep working. Big ones. Come on. Big ones. Stay calm. Keep moving your head from side to side. Keep it off center.
You're making me
working in behind.
just stay there.
All right, go.
Miguel Diaz, who was in the corner of every previous Mayweather fight, said that Mayweather has a nick somewhere. I don't see it as yet.
Miguel Diaz working for Corrales tonight because Corrales offered him a co-trainer job and therefore a 5% share of his purse. He said that Floyd Mayweather would have paid him 2% of his purse if he'd worked there. But he also said that Floyd was a total gentleman about the situation. This is business. When Miguel went to Floyd and explained what was going on, Floyd said, Miguel, you got to go work for Diego under those circumstances. That's where the money is.
You see, Corrales is trying to load up for one big shot. You got to be careful. 3 minutes is not a long time to be able to accumulate points. And
Corrales only threw 23 punches in the first round, and that doesn't fit the profile he established for us of wanting to be active early and put a little hurt on Mayweather. But he did land the one big right hand toward the end of the round.
He's got the power, and he can turn around anytime he wants. Now you know his corner told him to keep moving his head from side to side. He has to move his head down to Mayweather's size to move his head from side to side. He need not move his head. Move your jab. There's no way that Mayweather can hit him if he stands up and keeps his hands up.
But he wants to engage Mayweather, and as he tries to engage him, he'll get lower and give Floyd more of a chance to get at him.
Right on up, that's the best point made.
And there's the right hand by Mayweather, the right hand lead, partially blocked by Diego Corrales. Second round, similar to the first, in that Floyd is more active, and Corrales, as George pointed out, searching to land the one big shot. Good little poke with the left by Mayweather. He backs away and repeats the action.
Just because a guy is smaller than you does not mean he can't hit.
Now, all of Mayweather's opponents tend to say afterward, he hits harder than you think he does.
Mayweather's very careful to throw his shots and get out of the way. He's not trying to mix it up.
Good left hook by Floyd Mayweather.